This is the first picture I'm posting in months that I did not take with my macro lens. This blog is weekly 50, and I haven't taken a photo with my 50mm lens and put it up here in a long time. And that's okay. I have long since decided I want to use other lenses, but this is the classic 50mm lens, the same one that I started the blog with in summer of 2013 or spring of 2013. Same lens, and this is finally, after a long series of macro shots, this is a normal 50mm lens shot. And I think it's pretty neat. This is a cat at the local botanic gardens. My son says that its name is Cowboy Kitty. I shot this when we were out geocaching with my wife, and I took our two kids. We met up with some friends and their kids, and we went geocaching for a couple hours at the park, or at the Botanic Gardens. If you don't know what geocaching is, just look it up. It's a fantastic activity to do, especially in the warmer months. It helps get you outdoors and explore your town or anywhere, really. And so we're out there finding geocaches, and I think this is after we had found our fourth geocache. We were just sort of walking around, and we come across this cat. And I think it must live at the Botanic Gardens, or it must have some sort of familiarity with the Botanic Gardens. We've seen it there before, and the kids were petting it, and the adults were talking, and we were kind of done geocaching for the day. And I thought, yeah, I bet I can get a picture of this cat. We don't have any pets at home, so it's fun to take shots of pets or animals whenever I have the opportunity, and that's what I wanted to do here. This would have made a cool macro shot of the cat's eye, so it would have been neat to bring my macro lens, or maybe I'll do it someday, bring the macro lens and get really close to this cat's eye, but I didn't want to do that. Well, I couldn't do that with the 50mm, but I wanted to get something a little more interesting than just a tiny subject like you've seen a lot lately. I wanted a more complete picture of, in this case, a cat. So I just sort of hovered around the cat for a few minutes taking pictures, and this ended up being my favorite. I liked the lighting. I liked the contrast between the cat and the background. I like that it looks like the cat is looking at something off camera, so now you're wondering, like, what is that cat looking at? Something must be really interesting over there. I wonder what it is, and then you can make up your own story about what the cat was looking at. There's a lot of things that I find interesting and compelling about this. I think I could check the EXIF. I think I shot this wide open at 1.8, maybe 2 or 2.4, but I really wanted the eye in focus, and that is what happened. And then you can see the depth of field fall off in the background, even on the cat's ears and whiskers. So it's really cool to take this type of shot. It was almost like a breath of fresh air after so many macro shots, which I will of course continue to take macro shots. It was fun to go back to the classic 50mm lens, the first lens I ever got for my first DSLR that I ever got. And I still use that lens. Like it's a great walk around lens. I use it a lot, but I don't find it, I've been so enamored of this macro lens, I haven't really done much 50mm shots from like an artistic standpoint. So it was fun to go back to that for a little bit.